Okay, in these series of videos I'm going to extend what we've done. At the moment this is our database. I've gone back to the old tables version, so I can add my comments, but I'm not very happy at the moment with how things appear. I'm okay with the menu at the top. I'm not happy with the way the post and the comment box fit next to one another. If I add a person's name and post it, I'm not happy that it would let me post a person's name without a comment. If I go to my database, I can see the fact that I've got a person's name and no comment, and similarly I can get rid of the person's name and just add a comment and it would post that to the database as well. So if I browse there, see I've got a name and no comment, and this time I've got no name and I've got a comment. I don't want that to happen in my program, so I'm going to start tidying things up. Also, I don't want FHS Twitter. I want that to be sort of representative of what I'm doing at the time. So let's make a start. The first thing I'm going to do is copy the DB. We left this just before we went and played around with the cards, so this should be the tables database. It doesn't really matter which one you use, but I'm only interested in the earlier version at the moment. So I'm going to copy that. Whoops. Copy that, and I'm going to paste that here, and I'm going to rename that ext. There we go. And if I change my address to the new one, there we go, we've got ext this time, and we've got our blank page, and I'm just about ready to go. So what I want to do is in Notepad load all of those files. So if we go to ext, so web, ext, I can highlight all of those and open all of those files. And what's going to happen is I'm going to make a change to index. I'm going to add some things in here to make it appear better, and I'm going to get rid of populate.php altogether, and I'm going to have a new it's almost like config.php how I did this. I'm going to have a very simple file that is going to work with my home page all the time. So let's start with that. Let's call it setup. So I want a new file, and I'm going to save that as setup.php. So what I hope to achieve here is when I post a comment, it posts to the database, but it does not come to this page and show new comment added successfully. I want it to stay on this page all the time and maybe give me a message at the bottom. So that's what I'm trying to achieve. So we've got our new file, and our eventual aim is to get rid of this. We're going to need all of this code, but we're going to stick that into this new file here. So first of all, let's go here and let's set up something called a title. What I'm going to do is change FHS Twitter to something else. So I'm going to use some PHP in here. I'm going to set a variable called title, and I'm going to call that home page. There we go, and I'm going to end my PHP statement. So I'm going to be using these a lot, just tiny little PHP statements all over the place. Save that, and let's go back to our home page index. Now the first thing I want to do in my home page is get this file, setup.php. So because this is a PHP file, this won't work if it's .html, I can include PHP statements. So PHP, and then I can include that file called setup.php. Remember to end every line with a semicolon, and this is a single line PHP file. So there we go. So what this line does is opens that file. That file contains a variable called title, which is the home page, and I'm going to use this now on my index page. Instead of FHS Twitter, I'm going to write a PHP statement here, and I need to print, which is echo, the title and the statement, and end my PHP. There we go. I've made a very simple change. That's going to let me know if it's working. So if this does work, it's going to say homepage here instead of FH Twitter. Then I know it's reading this file, and I know it's replacing PHP statements in here. So let's refresh the page, and there we go. We've got homepage. So that's done what I expected it to do, and we've got a new file here. So the next video we are going to start looking at cleaning up this form here.